And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. What's up, my YouTube friends? If you're subscribers, everybody, welcome back to another banger motivational video. Let's get it. Guys, be careful who you vent to. In other words, be careful who you tell your business, because most times people tell someone way too much that was meant to be said. So in other words, you may be educating the enemy. If a person is saying not in your circle or not on your side of things, then I would not recommend you tell them your business. And like I said, you may be educating the enemy. Nobody know how to stop your plans or tear you down more than the person that know exactly what you're doing. You ever wonder, when you're doing something, someone know exactly what to do in order to prevent you from moving forward? And deep down, you may think it's a person that don't like you, but no. It's the person that know exactly what you're doing. Because if a person don't know what you're doing, then how do they know what to attack? If you are grinding in silence and you think the person you don't like is the reason why you can't move forward, nope. No. If you make a plan to do something and you say nothing to nobody, you notice it's easier for you to fulfill that plan because nothing was said. But when you walk around and you tell everybody what you're doing, then there's always one or two that don't really like you, and then they trying to manipulate the situation and trying to block you from moving forward. That's why I say be careful who you vent to, because not a lot of people care. They just want to hear something in order to affect you. Because let me tell you something, like I always say in most of my motivational videos, everyone wants you to be the best that you can be, but once you start doing better than them, then there's a problem. So if you start telling someone way too much about you, what you think they're going to do with that information? They may take matters in their own hands to try to crash what you're doing, or they go tell somebody else that also don't like you, and then they plot against you. So when people have no idea what you're doing, they don't know what you're thinking, they don't know what's next. All they can do is sit down and wait. So if you got a problem, you have to be very careful who you tell your business, because not everyone want to see you winning. You may go out there and everybody present a smile at you, but not everyone want to see you winning. Not everyone want to see you doing better than them. Especially if you're the type of person that say you're doing stuff for yourself and you're trying to, like, you're competing with yourself. Others out there view you as a competition. Even though you're competing with yourself and you're trying to move forward for yourself, they think, oh, this person thinks it's better than me and whatnot. No, be careful who you tell your business, because the person you tell your business, they're the one that's attacking your plans. They're shooting down everything that you're trying to do. And while you're sitting down blaming somebody else that don't like you, the one that's tearing you down is the one that's next to you. The one that you tell all your business, the one that you tell all your plans. Because let me say something to you. If you tell someone your plan, if they don't like you, automatically they come up with a solution to go against your plan. They think of something that they can stop you. Like, let's say you want to do something, or you want to go get a job. You want to go get a job and they know you have the potential to go get a job. Or no, let me put it better. Let's say you got a job, okay, and you already did the interview, okay, and you are scheduled to go to work on your first day, okay, and then a person is in the position to help you, and you go tell this person, oh, I got an interview, or I'm starting my first job on Monday morning, and then you wake up one day and then you may be a little bit behind, so you can't take a taxi, you can't take the bus, you need to go there right away, and you don't got a ride. And then you're going to ask that person, hey, can you give me a ride to go down to the job? It's my first day, and they say if I'm late, they're gonna not keep me around or whatever. It's, if that person don't want you to have that job, you think they're gonna bring you? No. So with that being said, you have to really be careful who you tell your business, because mostly, I know it's nice when you're doing something, you want to talk about it. Like, most people express their feelings by saying that they're doing something productive because they want everyone to know that they're doing something productive. That's okay. But that's also a childish mindset, because you saying what you're doing amongst a bunch of people, remember, not everyone like you. And you may want to say it that you're doing something productive because you want the ones that don't like you to know that you're doing something productive. But while you're there blabbing your business, they're there scheming up something for you. That's just how it is. So you have to be careful who you tell your business. Whatever it's, say, your relationship problems or your work problems or your family problems, you have to be extremely careful, because some people rather you be more unhappier than they are. Because you got some people that are, say, miserable, and it hurts them to see you happy and being productive. So what they do is they sit down and they listen to you telling them what you're doing. They process all your information, especially if that's, say, like a friend or some family member or a coworker. They sit down and they listen to everything that you have to say, not really care. All they're doing is absorbing your information, and then they start scheming up something in order to keep you down with them. Notice all the people that are doing something productive and rising above and beyond, they don't say nothing to nobody. All you see is the moves out there. You don't know how much time they fail. You don't know, yeah, you don't know how much time they fail. You don't know how much time they attempt to do it. So if a person do something and they fail, say, 10 times, and they won one time, what you see is the one win. You didn't see how much time they failed. So those people that did it 10 times and failed, they already know. Oh, if I say this to this person, they're going to start blabbing. Oh, you did this and you failed 5 times already? Why are you doing it at 6 time? You're going to fail again. Hence, you go do it at 6 time and you fail again. See, ha ha ha, you did it again and you fail. But the 11th time, when you did it, you win. Let me tell you something. It's not the failure that counts. It's the win. It doesn't really matter how much time you attempt to do something. It's the win that counts. A lot of people tend to think, oh, if I fail one time, then I give up. No, 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 no. You have to be extremely careful of who you tell your business to. Who, when you're hurting and you want someone to talk to, make sure you talk to someone that you trust and they want to listen and they have the ability to tell you what you want to hear. Not just somebody that sits down and say, oh, yeah, yeah. Bro, I'm telling you. Damn, I sound like a 50-something-year-old. But, bro, some people rather see you being just as miserable as they are. Some people, all they do is they sit down and they wait. They will even say to you, oh, if you need someone to talk to, you can call me. They want to know your business. They want to know what's bothering you. And the moment you and that person start clashing back and forth, they bring all your business up. How much time have you, say, had a friend or a coworker or a family member or someone in your life that you tell literally everything, and the moment there's a disagreement, they start pushing everything that you told them back in your face? That's a person not worth trusting, because that's a person that will literally want to have the upper hand on you. That person wait on you to be having a mental breakdown or breaking down emotionally, then all of a sudden they start to control you. That's what people nowadays call blackmailing, but not the point. But you have to be very careful of who you tell your business, because let me say, not everyone is happy for you. Some people just want to keep you down. And the fact that you don't know, the fact that this person is listening to you, and you may think, oh, I just need someone to listen to, and that person always listening to me. Yeah, that person is scheming up something for you. And then you're wondering how you're trying to do something, and every time you're trying to do something, there's always something in your way. Always something in your way. And you didn't consider for once that every time you're trying to do something, there's like a brick wall in your way. You can't ascend forward. And you're wondering why. It's that person you told everything. They know what you're doing because you told them all your plans. So all they have to do is figure out a way in order to hold you back. Because we live in a world where everyone say at the bottom and fighting to go at the top. But if you're not mentally strong enough to like detach yourself from those things, then you will stay down just the same as them. You'll be miserable just the same as them, because that's what they want. People that are miserable want everyone to be miserable like them. People that are hurting want everyone to feel the same pain as them. People that know love and they love themselves, they wish everyone will love themselves, because everyone live in a world where we automatically think people are doing the same thing that we're doing. That's one thing I had to accept, that the fact that people don't think the same as me, people don't love themselves the same as me, and people are miserable and I'm happy. People are fighting battles every day and I'm at peace. That's one thing I had to understand, because for me, automatically I think someone will make the same decision is me. Like if I'm doing something, like if somebody come to me and they ask me something, I would automatically think that they would do the same thing. Or put it better, if I see someone doing something and I will say, you know what, to myself, I was like, if that was me, then I would have did this. And I can literally see somebody doing something else. So that's one thing we have to accept, the fact that we're all different in our own different way. So you have to be extremely careful of who you tell your business to, because they will affect your happiness. Especially say if you have a family member that don't like you, or you don't know that they don't like you. And every time there's a disagreement, they put it back. Like, say you tell all your problems to this person, and then every time you and this person have a disagreement, the first thing they have to say is say something that you told them, because they're trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people hurt their own feelings by telling somebody way too much about them. That a person have a lot of information on you, that if they want to tear you down at any given time, they can. So with that being said, I feel like the only person, if you're having problems, the only person you have to vent to is, say, maybe your parents or your old, like, aunties or uncles and our older siblings. Basically, you can vent to some family members, but not a lot of family like you. And like, say, co-workers, you have to be careful of how, like, which one of your co-workers you vent to, because not all of them care. Some of them just show up, clocked in, get paid, and get out. But like, some co-workers are, like, say, decent. Some you may like, some of them you may enjoy talking to them. Some of them make work bearable. I'm that one guy that make everything bearable. So you know what I mean? So you have to be extremely careful when you have problems and who you say to. If you're having relationship issues, whether you're a girl or a guy, you have to be extremely careful of who you vent to, because some people are just waiting on the opportunity to crush you. And all they're doing, they just sit down and they wait. If you're a guy and your girl, say, is doing something or whatever, and then you have a friend. No, say your girlfriend's not doing anything, and then you have a guy friend, and then you're like, you know what? All of a sudden, this girl is changing on me, and this girl is doing this, and this girl is doing that. That girl may be going through a phase, and she can't bring herself to talk to you. So what she's doing is she's trying to figure out what she's doing as she go. But for the boyfriend, he may think, oh, she's probably seen somebody else and whatnot, and blah 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 blah. And you go say that to a guy friend, especially if you're in a loving relationship. That guy friend that's envy your relationship, the first thing he may say, oh, that girl is sleeping with somebody else. And the same thing go for the other way around. If you're a girl and your man is, say, focusing on himself and trying to figure out something as he go, and you feel a shift that it's not, say, the same, and you automatically assume, oh, maybe he's talking to somebody else or whatever, you go ask a friend that's a girl that also envy your relationship, the first thing she's gonna say, oh, he's sleeping with somebody else. You have to be extremely careful of who you tell your business. And let me say it one more time. Not everyone wants to see you happier than they are. Some people are miserable with themselves, and they rather see you miserable instead of seeing you happy and doing something productive with your life. Because everybody, oh, I want to travel the world, I want to do this, I want to do that. But the moment you go get up and you say, you know what, I'm working, I'm gonna go treat myself, I'm gonna go get myself some bunch of stuff. Pay close attention to when you treat yourself, the faces people make that you think like you, because not everyone want to see you happy. And if you're treating yourself and you're feeling good about yourself, and you're feeling comfortable in your own skin, women, and you can say, you know what, I worked hard for this money, I'm gonna say it's my birthday or holiday, I'm gonna go do something special for myself. And then you got some people envying you, oh, she's doing this for herself, and she's doing, like, people will have everything to say. But if you vent to the correct people, someone that you trust, someone that won't blab your business all over the place, then that's one of the best things you could ever have. That's one of the best things you could ever have. Imagine telling all your problems, all your situations, everything that's bothering you to someone, and they can say absorb your information and may give you a solution, and they keep it between you two. Imagine that. instead of this person go say using your information against you. Because like, bro, I've said it already and I'll say it again. Some people, they just literally sit down waiting on you to come forward with something that's bothering you just so they can have more stuff on you. You ever wonder why someone knows so much about you and they don't know you? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's how it goes. So if you're saying way too much to somebody, that person is probably telling your business to somebody else. And you may sit down and think, oh, but I only said this to you, so how do you know? This is why people end up in drama and a bunch of nonsense, because you tell the wrong person something about you. Especially if you thought, oh, this person was my friend and this person was supposed to keep this a secret, but now everybody knows. That's life. That's how it is. That's how you know you told the wrong person. If you can tell somebody something and you can hear it back from somebody else, then clearly that person spread your information. So if something is bothering you and you tell the wrong person, it's up to that person to keep it between you both. So you have to be extremely careful of who you tell your business to, because whenever you get up and you want to do, like, how much time? Wait, I was literally going so fast because I just remember something. But how much times have you say you may messed up, and then you acknowledge the fact that you messed up, and then you're like, you know what? I understand what I did. Now I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit more mature. I want to turn over a new leaf and move forward. And then the moment you start to better yourself, you got that same set of people start talking about, oh, you used to do this in high school. You ever had those people before? I never had them, because when I was going to school, not everyone knew who I really was. People only see me and know me at, say, first glance, but they never really sit down and have a deep connection with me, because I'm the type of person where you can't really know who I really am until you like have a decent conversation with me one on one. Because a lot of people see me and they think, oh, this guy's immature. He don't worry about nothing. And then when they get to know me, they found out that I'm more mature than them. I have everything in control more than them. That's how it is. So I don't know why. I think I'm a very rare breed. But not the point. But you have to be extremely careful of who you vent to. That's the punchline of this video. That's why I'm trying to keep it throughout the whole video. You have to be careful, because you may be telling the enemy what's bothering you. And the worst mistake a lot of us make is telling the enemy what's wrong with us. You just give the enemy more information on you. You just educate the enemy that's what like everything that's wrong with you, everything that's bothering you. And what do you think they're going to do? Scheme up something in order to keep you down. And then when you're trying to do something, the first thing comes to you, oh, everything feels harder than how it should be. Everything feel like this and everything feel like that. No, no, no. It's who you tell your business. They're the one that's affecting you. And you don't know it. You don't. Because you thought, oh, if I say this and if I say that to this person, then this person would keep it as a secret. That's what you automatically think. But when you tell the enemy, everyone knows what's bothering you. And hence, it's going to be harder for you to be happy. Worst thing you can do is educate the enemy. There's a saying that say, if you lay with dogs, then you rise with flea. That's true. That is true. You have to be extremely careful of what you do. When you make decisions, it's better you need a circle of friends that say you trust 100%. Not say someone you just want to tell your business to. Nope. Someone that you 100% trust. Someone that say got your back. Not just in your circle to grow and gain information on you and then go against you. Because the only person that know how to tear you down are the one that sit down and listen to you talk. The ones that know your true motive. That's why a lot of people end up being set up and end up being in prison, or end up being in a lot of different tense situations, because they sit down and they talk too much. That's one thing that's ruining everyone's, like, not say their life, but reputation right now, is the fact that they talk too much. And when you talk too much and the wrong ears hear what you're saying, then all of a sudden it spreads. And then you're the one sitting down wondering where all this stuff come from. That's life. That's something we all have to live with. You only control what you say. You don't control what somebody else may do. So my advice to you is be careful who you vent to. Because you may educate the enemy and you don't even know it. Until it's too late. And when it's too late, this person already have a bunch of information on you when it's too late. And then you're the one sitting down wondering, oh, but you were my friend and I told you this. That's not the point. You talk too much. Now, this person have a lot of information on you. The only thing you can do is maybe change the way how you do things. That's the only way you can get out of that. Especially if you have a pattern of how you do things. And then a person like that go against you, then you have to change your pattern in order for them to not be able to keep tabs on you or know what you're doing. This is why business owners associate themselves with, say, operational manager, not regular staff. And business owners, they only keep their ideas within their circle. And then when they conclude what they think is best for the company, then they release the best information to the franchise or whoever is in charge. The business owner, they tell them, oh, we think we should do this, and this is what we came up with. That's it. But when you talk to, you never see a business owner in the store talking to a regular staff. Oh, what do you think we should do? They don't care. A business owner is not going to talk to a regular staff, someone that work for them, because if I'm paying you, I don't care about what you have to say about my company. This is my company. I have to get up every day and decide what's best to keep money coming in from my company. You just want a paycheck. That's just how it is. So you have to be very careful who you vent to, bro. Because, like, trust me, you may think if your life is harder than what it needs to be and you keep having issues with people, that's probably why. You tell them way too much that what needed to be said, and now this person is using all the information that you told them against you. All because you talk too much. All because when you're hurt, oh, I just need someone to listen. No. You know, this is why most times people, when they have problems, they will literally talk to strangers. And they will literally talk to, this is why people, when they're hurting, they will even talk to their coworkers. Because they know their coworkers, they don't care. But they need to release, because some people express themselves by talking about the situation. This is why people end up talking to strangers. So if you go to a bar or somewhere, there's always someone with a problem telling you. They're probably telling you because they don't know you, so you won't have nothing against them. So I think that's why most times people stray to talk to strangers, because talking to somebody that don't know you, it feels better because it's like talking to a brick wall. Someone that's like, say, listening, so they listen and they may tell you what they would or wouldn't do, and then that's it. So instead of talking to someone that's extremely close to them that will have that information on them, they rather talk to someone that don't know them, know nothing about them. So I think that's why most times coworkers talk to coworkers, because they know the coworker, they don't care. They just show up, listen, clock out, and then that's it. Yep, that's it. So I think that's why people will rather talk to strangers more than even talk to their partner. Or talk to strangers, even talk to their friends, because they don't know who's plotting against them. And when you don't know who's plotting against you, then your life is more difficult than what it should be, because right there and then you don't know who to trust. Because you said something to maybe 5 people, and then all your business is out there, and then you don't know which one to point fingers at, because all 5 of those guys are saying, oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. But if you tell only one person, and your information is out there, then you only can point fingers at one person. So you have to be careful of who you vent to. Be careful. Because that person will literally destroy your life, because they want you just as miserable as they are. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.